One thing that Anthony hasn't done, of course, is start from the front row in a rear-wheel drive. He's done it on a few occasions on Polo Cup, where he started on the front row, and he's got, of course, taken the pole, or been gifted the pole for the second fastest lap of Polo Cup, and how that works. But looks like Fabio is trying to kind of catch him out here. He's already starting to accelerate out of turn number 8, and he might have just caught Anthony out here slightly. Lights out and we're down into turn 1, and he has. Fabio hangs on. Pretorius in second place. Watch for Leon coming through to try and get ahead of Leon Lopesha before we get on the brakes down into turn 2. The rest of the pack head down towards turn 1, and it's a big field of cars headed down to turn 1 and 2 out of the restart, well, the start here of race 2.
Looks like we've got Anthony already taking that first position there. Are they going to be able to defend from Leon? I'm not expecting that. Let's see what happens in the main straight here.
Onto that back straight away. Here comes Leon into the inside. Oh, look at the inside. Here comes the champ. Leon Lopesha's got the boxing gloves out. I think he might have had a chat to Tricker Super C in between the heats. Yeah, really? No doubt about it. He's not holding back here without a fight. Now, this is the kind of race action we kind of expected for Class A. Leon Lopesha forcing his teammate wide out of turn number 5 and saying, listen, this is the way you drive this BMW. Follow me, boy, I'll show you.
Take a look at this Class A racing over here. What an incredible first lap.
Down towards turn 8. And Leon Lopesha now closing down on Leon. Fabio looking on the inside of Anthony Pretorius. Pretorius probably would shut the door there and not give him too much room to breathe. And has he been able to hang on? Yes, he has. But Fabio comes back in for turn 1.
Incredible ding-dong happening over there. Can you see the determination from Leon happening in these first couple of laps? I think he's put that first race behind him, and he's really going to put pedal to the metal, see what he can do here. And let's see if Leon can keep him behind.
I'm not quite sure if he's able to do that. There's a lot of experience underneath that bonnet and behind the steering wheel, but there's a huge amount of power in Leon Latoy's car, which I don't know if Leon Lopesha can match. Third place up for grabs here, and Pretorius, what a run. This is a really, really awesome run here from a young man who has got a huge future in motorsport in South Africa, and particularly if he stays in this class, because I think he could be a real front-end contender.
There we've got the back end of Class C. We've got Reynard, who got promoted from Class D into that category. It will be his first time racing in Class C with his last year car. During practice, he actually suffered a turbo failure of his new car, so he's racing his 2023 vehicle over there.
Loving life at the front end, of course, as well, is what it's all about. But the other important factor there is Various Gunpuck also having a bit of a fight. Not normally where we see him. He'd be mid-pack to the front end. He's sitting at the back of the pack right now, so maybe not quite up to pace just yet.
Yeah, so Various as well, he tested his new car, not just there yet. We're probably going to expect him to bring that to debut next race in March. So he's also racing the 2023 car, getting some extended mileage back in that vehicle.
Krobler putting the pressure on to the back end there of Nick Fisher. Fisher trying to close things down on the boxy. And then just behind that, it's Cochran. Cochran coming through there in the Arrow car. One of our associate sponsors, of course, of this category. Doing an amazing job, and not quite up to the pace just yet because he's behind Retta. And then Mark Jones. What a run there from Jonesy. Up into the top 14. Fighting hard there for the Citizen Motoring, and certainly showing he's got what it takes here to be in the hunt at the front end of a BMW M Performance Racing Series Class C battle. That Class C has certainly upped up the wick here big time. Hein van der Merwe leading things out in Class C. Rob Gearing in second place, and what a start there coming out of Gary Martins as well.
Gary's going to come under pressure from the Everstein M3 over there. Looks like he's got 2 people ahead of him. The one if he's going to let that door stay open, or whether he's going to shut it down and see if he can maintain that top position in Class C.
Well, that's of course an amazing car there. Here comes Krobler inside on Cochran. Has a big look. Oh, there's no holds barred there between those two, I don't think. And I think they might just continue right the way until that flag comes out. Boxy under pressure. LaRue runs wide.
Side-by-side racing. We saw Troy Cochran and Mark Jones going side-by-side through corner 8, and now we've got 3 going wide into corner 1. Great racing happening here.
That's how it goes in Performance Racing Series. Joining the party now all of a sudden. Here comes Cavalieri. Paolo Cavalieri says, okay, look, if you touch the 745, you'll be in trouble. But I'm not going to hold back here because he loves a good fight. No matter where it is, what he's in, what race car he's participating in, he just likes to be in the action. And of course, he's in the action big time here in Class C in that big 745 Tony Viana machine. It's just an awesome car to have in a field of cars like this.
Really is. Pretty much racing royalty happening right there. I'm quite sure he's racing it like he stole it, and everybody's going to try to keep a healthy bus length away from that beautiful car. But what a privilege to see him on the track here in this Class A and C race.
Funamava continues to lead things out over Gearing. Gearing still got a little bit of gap over Martins. Martins controlling that gap in the diesel machine to keep out the attack coming from Everstein. But Everstein has definitely turned the wick up. Jan Everstein starting to show a little bit of prowess here and potential to get ahead of the diesel. So back into that, oh there it is, the one we were just talking about. And look at that car. That is just South African motorsport royalty, as you said, Nick, in full flight there with Paolo Cavalieri at the wheel. That 745 in its heyday in the Westbank Modified Saloon cars was one of the most difficult cars to beat. Just have a chat to Ben Morgan, he'll tell you all about it. I've got a couple of video clips that my dad gave me when I first started doing commentary, listening to Rob. Oh, out of shape there, one of the BMs. I think that was part of Hei-Jo maybe.
That's Alan over there.
Yeah, again, second time today actually.
Looks like he's quite fond of that area over there. I hope we're not going to see anything crazy like we saw in that race 2, race 2 of the day, race 1 for Class D and E, but he looks like he put that back on the track.
Going back to this car, I've got an onboard of Ben Morgenroot in his Mazda RX-7. When we used to run the old onboards that had like a TV screen sized battery strapped to the back of the driver's chair so that you could have it on board. And it was one of the first times that we ever went live at Kyalami. And Ben Morgenroot, of course, in his normal Randfontein Afrikaans accent, told Tony Viana exactly where he wanted him to put that car in no uncertain terms. And there's a young lady in the studio, so I can't use the language he used on board to tell Tony Viana where to go.
Racing certainly wasn't soft back in the heyday.
No doubt about it. Oh, big smoke out of the 21 car. That's not good.
That's Benny late. Is he dropping any fluids over there? It's looking a little bit concerning on the track over there. I hope he can get that off track and into a safe position.
Yes, almost instantaneously makes his way off the track and out of harm's way, fortunately. But what it does mean is it's going to change things up there ever so slightly for the front end there, because we've got Neon de Toy fighting hard for the lead and not really fighting as such. He's got a decent margin over Leon Loubser, but that little fight that we saw there with those BMs is now going to change up dramatically. Here's Loubser. Loubser into turn 4. Is there any concern, maybe some oil there? No. I think fortunately getting off track as quickly as possible has helped out the scenario. We don't have any more oil spoiling our day.
I don't think we're seeing any change of surface flags being raised yet, but we'll see if everybody's carrying some full pace through that corner or not.
There is your leader coming up onto the back end of the back markers there. That's the 79 car, Nishan Singh. Hasn't quite got a plan for the second race, has it?
No, not exactly wanting to see that blue flag, but when you've got a car like Neon de Toy coming up behind you, you've got to have some respect and let that thing make its way past.
Progress Precision Engineering there is the car that is in full flight at the front end and getting away from a multiple champion. Here we go, Nick Fisher feeling a bit of pressure now from Cavalieri and watching in the rearview mirrors. They'll be keeping an eye out on how things are going to change up here as the leader gets in there inside of Millertown and sorts it out. So he starts to tick them off one by one. Hei-Jo's going to try and use the advantage of the quicker car, use it as a blocker to get through and maybe spoil the day of a couple of cars a bit further up the road.
Check how close it's remaining on track over here. This is the great thing about race 2 with the inverted system. We've got really some great racing that's going to happen. The pack stays tight. And you can see this. We've got, close to 8 cars in a single footing over there.
Exactly. And what I said earlier on and what you said earlier on, this mix of Class A and C definitely works better than when we had the AB and CDE and now change up for BDE. I think it's going to work. And I think it's going to prove to be a big move and a good move from the committee here behind the scenes.
Neat little overtake by Paolo Cavalieri in the 745, getting past Nick Fisher over there. We see our leader Neon de Toy trying to get past this little scrap in the middle of Class C.
Oh, Cavalieri shuts the door on the leader. Can you believe that? Take that, bud. You're not getting past that easily. I don't think Paolo realized who that was.
We can see that competitive nature certainly hasn't been lost. Doesn't matter what car's behind you, ain't getting past me.
If you want to get past, you're going to have to work for it. This is the lead change in Class C. So we got Rob Gearing up into the front end. Funamava down into second. And this could be good timing here. We got 2 to go.
Everstein closing over there. I wonder if he's going to make a move into corner 2 right now.
We'll have a look if he gets to drive. There we go, down towards turn 2. Watch for the cars just in the background. Inside line. Oh, yeah, and some contact. There you go. Everstein had a big look and he tagged the right door. Fortunately, not forcing the car off the road completely.
And that lets Ryan Nyken through. So that's going to be really dampening to Jan Everstein's hopes to take that Class C on us. Rob's going to have made up some distance right now, and Ryan's going to go into the hunting to make it 2 from 2.
Possibly up onto the podium, sealing the overall win for the day. That's what I think Ryan Nyken will definitely looking forward to if he gets it all right. So a bit further back there was all we're looking at cars through there. Mario Retta, teammate of course to the man who leads things out overall here on the road. As they get up onto the brakes for turn 5 up towards AMG Driving Academy. And you can see just a little bit of closing of that gap there. Trying to get onto the back end of Nick Naidu. I don't know if there's enough time for him to do that because there's a lap and a half to go here. Leaders already started the final lap. So we pick up on that lead car, of course, of Neon Detoy. There it comes, down the hill.
Looks like he suffered no damage, fortunately, with that little incident.
Here we go. Checkered flag should be on standby. It is. And it's Neon Detoy who takes the victory here for the second heat of the day for classes A and C for BMW M Performance Racing Series. Lopesha will be in second. And he'll hang on, even though he's fighting amongst some of those Class C competitors in that mid-pack. He hangs on. Pretorius, potentially for third, yes. Yes, indeed. Pretorius wins out, and that's a podium in his second race ever in BMWs. That's decent stuff there from the Bucket List Racing man.
He was able to withstand the heat from Fabio over there, and he certainly didn't make it easy for him. You know, he made the pass in the beginning. That must have been really tough.
No doubt about it.
So great driving from Anthony.
Yeah, what a way to go. That's the way to go. No doubt about it. It's the way we want to see things happening here, I can tell you. And here we go, down into the line for Class C. Honours in Class C, headed to Rob Gearing.
Give me a big smile on his face.
A little E30 going to take a victory here, buddy. There you go. How many times have we seen that in the past? Checkered flag out for Rob Gearing, winning Class C.
And Hein keeps Ryan behind him, so good job over there. I was wondering how much he sustained damage in that little incident with Jan Everstein, but he's able to keep it together and keep that on for that second in Class C.
Certainly, and lucky not to lose out too much ground there. Ryan Nyken, I think third in Class C, could secure him third overall, first overall for the day. But let's have a look and see. It is Leon Lopesha, Anthony Pretorius, and Fabio Fedetto, your top 3 in Class A. In Class C, Hein van der Merwe. Rob Gearing, Hein van der Merwe, and Ryan Nyken, your top 3. Once again, Nick, thank you so much for your time, buddy. Appreciate it. Good luck for the second one.
Thanks,
and
Greg.
We'll catch you at the next one.
Awesome.
Awesome, dude. There you go.